You ready? My teammate, Jet Kingsley, says as I tie my cleats. It's the second week of the regular season, and we're gearing up to play the first game in our brand new stadium. Well, they are. I'm not. When my agent told me I'd been picked up by the Rock City Renegades, it was bittersweet. I loved my home in San Francisco, where I was drafted 3 years ago, but I never had a snowball's chance in hell of starting there. I was their third-string quarterback, and there wasn't much hope of ever moving up on the depth chart. I'd accepted that, reminding myself of how lucky I was to even have a spot in the NFL at all. As the very last player picked in the draft, or what the league and fans so lovingly refer to as Mr. Irrelevant, I almost missed out on the chance altogether. I knew going into it that I wasn't going to be a top choice, but the longer it went on and the further I dropped, I was kind of shitting my pants. Luckily, the San Francisco Storm saw something in me that the other teams didn't. Unfortunately, with a solid veteran under center, I was nothing more than a decorative bench ornament. I had high hopes for the new opportunity here, but it seems the only real move I've made is getting one seat closer to the front of the line. "Yeah, man," I reply, standing from the chair in front of my locker and adjusting my thigh pads. "How about you? You ready for the first game with the new team?" Jet was traded to the Renegades from Boston last week, after our starting tight end was taken out for the season with a torn ACL. We'll surely be hurting in the future with all the draft picks our owner, Mr. Grant, put up for him. But Jet is a solid addition, and I'm sure he'll be worth every bit of it. He nods. "It's going to be weird, but yeah. It's been a hot minute since I was the new kid. I just hope I hit all my blocks." His normally confident expression turns to nervousness, and I can't help but inwardly chuckle, because for a big dude he looks like a toddler on the first day of school. "It's fine," I say, slapping a hand against his shoulder pad. "Technically, we're all new. You're just a little newer. But everything will come together once you're out on the turf. Plus, you can't be out here looking like a fish out of water. Didn't you say that pretty girlfriend of yours is coming today?" The tension in his body melts away as a silly smile tugs at the corner of his mouth. We had lunch together earlier this week, and he told me all about how his girl, Bailey, is moving to Cleveland. They were childhood best friends and reconnected at last year's Super Bowl, but she's been living in Florida while they've done the long-distance thing. I guess it's a fresh start for both of them, and he's clearly ready for her arrival. "She should be out there now," he tells me, lifting his chin toward the locker room door. "Her flight was delayed, but she texted about 2 hours ago saying that she had landed, and that she was going to drop her bags off at my place before heading here. I wish she knew someone besides me in this city, so she didn't have to do it all alone. But I don't know anybody enough to introduce her to the wags. What about you?" He raises a hopeful brow. "Got a girl out there today?" I shrug half-heartedly. "Nah, I'm just trying to focus on football. I've spent the last 3 years with one cleat out the door. I know my spot here isn't guaranteed and that it could all be taken away at any moment. There really isn't much time for anything else."